December the 1st, 1948. A man is found on a beach in Adelaide, Australia, dressed in a suit, legs crossed, leaning against a seawall as if he'd simply fallen asleep. No wallet, no ID. Every single label had been cut from his clothes, and in his pocket, a tiny scrap of paper that would haunt investigators for the next 70 years. The beach was quiet that morning. A jogger noticed him first, assumed he was drunk or sleeping. It wasn't until later that anyone realized he wasn't breathing. Police arrived to find a man with no identity, no papers, no wallet, no watch. Every tag that could have named him had been deliberately removed. Days later, staff at the Adelaide railway station found an unclaimed suitcase, checked in the day before his body was found. Inside, clothes with the same missing labels. Whoever this man was, he'd erased himself on purpose. Months into the investigation, someone finally noticed a small pocket sewn into the man's trousers, missed in the first search. Inside it, a tightly rolled scrap of paper. 2 words, torn from the final page of a book, Tamam Shud, Persian for "it is ended." Police tracked down the exact book it came from, a rare edition of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, and when they found the man who'd left it in the back seat of his car, unlocked, the same night the body was discovered, the case only got stranger. Because inside the back cover, faintly written in pencil, was something no one could read. 5 lines, capital letters, no spaces, a code that codebreakers, mathematicians, and amateur sleuths have failed to crack for over 7 decades. The story exploded across Australian newspapers. Was he a spy? A jilted lover? A Cold War casualty? For 70 years, nobody knew. Detectives chased every lead. Dental records, tailoring marks, missing persons reports from 3 continents. Every single one hit a dead end. Then, in 2021, researchers did something nobody thought possible. They exhumed the body. Using genetic genealogy, the same technique that's cracked decades-old cold cases worldwide, scientists extracted viable DNA and began building a family tree from scratch. In 2022, they finally had a name: Carl Charles Webb, an electrical engineer from Melbourne. 74 years after he died on that beach, the Somerton Man finally had an identity. But here's what still nobody can explain. Why were his labels cut off? Who wrote that code? And why, to this day, has no one ever come forward to say they knew him?